Dear students, welcome to the our next session, that is called Computer Networking Practical Lab. So today we are going to discuss about the practicals related concept. I have prepared the entire lab concept. Yeah. So this is the computer networking programming lang. It mainly concentrated into two parts. One is demonstration part, second one is programming part. One is demonstration part and second one is the programming part. In the first session we have to discuss about the demonstrations of the different type of IP and different type of protocols. So how many protocols are there, which type of protocol we are using, this will be explained in the demonstration of the computer networking lab. The first question is demonstration of IP address and port in the computer network. So what have they given? So this is the demonstration of IP address and port number. This is the first question we have to explain in the demonstration part of the practical examination, right? So what is an IP address, what is an port, we have to explain. See, I am providing the notes for entire your concept, but you have to learn this concept and we have to write the main content which is related to the IP as well as port in the computer networking. So first, IP address. IP address means internet protocol address. So here it is, internet protocol address. So which purpose we are using this one? So any computers in computer network communication, they deal with undergoing of the cables or wirelessly. That means we have to communicate with the other system by using cables or without cables. Cable means connection oriented, cableless means, wireless means connectionless protocols. So we have to explain how the IP address is working. So someone want to be send you email, then she or he must you know your home address. So for example, I want to visit your home, I have to know your address first. Without knowing your address, I can't reach your home. In the same way, whenever we are sending messages to the other persons, we have to know the address of that particular destination. So for that purpose, we are using the IP protocol. So working of IP protocols, we have to read all these things. So IP address is similar to the other languages. IP address is similar to other languages. So some of the rules they will maintain, and based on that rules they will send the information. So what are the languages is there, we have to be communicated the same languages and rules. These rules are totally related to the W3C website rules, that means ISO layers rules. So based on that they will send the data to the source to destination based on the address what they are provided. So the same task is done by the IP address, and it is the one authority to grant the request. What are the requests we are asking to the server, it will provide a permission to send the messages. That means it will grant your device to be web page. And the second task of the IP address is, what are the ranges is there, how many ranges are there. That means how we are sending messages, how we are passing messages to the particular destination. So that is called a range. For example, our range is 0 to 10. So bandwidth will be focused here. See here, for example, 192.155.213 is the name bandwidth or range. So here they have given the IP range is 0 to 255. 0 to 255 range. This is the range of IP address. Like that, they will provide some range. And the next one is, they will maybe change the address and they will maybe change in the path. Path will be changed based on your accessing speed. This task is also done by the IP address. So like that, we have number of tasks which is assigned to the IP address for the purpose of transferring data from source to destination. And there are some types of IP address are there. The first one is the IPv4. IPv4 means version 4. So version 4 means there is a starting version is also there from 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. So now we are discussing IPv4 means version 4. So here version 4 means what? 4 numbers are separated by dots. 4 numbers are separated by the dots. What are the 4 numbers are there? This is treated and considered in the binary number format, that is zeros and ones. So already we discussed that the range of IP address is 0 to 255. So here what are they given? 0, 0, 0 is up to 8 numbers, 1, 1, 1 is up to 8 numbers. That means the digits in the 8-bit binary digit is there. So like that, they will providing the 4 numbers separated by dots. Each one, see here they are taken 189.123.123.90, like that 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 dots are there. So 4 dots are there. This is treated as IP4 version 4. 4 dots they are considered. Okay. Like that, this IP address also providing some IP4 addresses classes, means each and every IP protocol and each and every IP version they will maintain IP classes. There are some classes, each and every class maintaining some range. So in IP address they have class A, class B, class C, class D, class E. So range or address range is 1 to 126 range in the class A. In class B 128 to 191. In class C 192 to 223. In class D 224 to 239. In class C 242 to 54. Like that, each and every class maintaining a separate range. Range means it will transfer from 1 to 126, and second class they will taken over that 122. Like that, they will maintain some distances. So how many number of networks they will establish in the class A, class B, class C, class D and class E? 226 in class A, 16,384 in class B, so 20,97,150 in class C. And in class D they are not mentioned a particular number, reserved for multicasting. That means they will broadcasting in the multiple ways. So and class C is reserved for research and development. Like that, each and every class will maintaining their separate task depending on the 4 dots of the IP address version 4. In the same way, they are providing that IP version 6. So version 6 they will having the 4 million devices equally. That means the range will be increased compared to the version 4 to version 6. That means we are connected more devices to the internet. The capability of connecting the internet, it is increased up to 4 billion devices. Okay, so that is the range of the IPv6 version 6. Same, it is also an IP protocols, but the task is increased, the performance is increased, the capability is increased, right? This is the IP6 version. So maximum we are using IP4 and IP6. So there are IP1, version 1, version 2, version 3, like that we have number of versions. Mostly we are using version 4 and version 6. And the classifications of IP address, how it will work. Classifications means what are the parts is activated when we are sending address from source to destination. The first one is the public. The public address. Every task in every method we have two type of accessings. One is public, second one is private. And allocation and deallocation methods means how we can access that particular data from source to destination by providing two methods. One is the static method, second one is the dynamic method. So when we follow the static method, there is no any changes. There is no any changes. That means the ranges of IP address, the links of the IP address of the IP address is a fixed content. That means when we are opening a particular website that is called an Usmania University, Colombo University, Kakatiya University, like that, they will mention a fixed address to the particular source to destination, from source to destination. Okay, so like that we are using dynamic IP address. Dynamic IP address, it will connect the internet service provider and they will interact from your devices to the next devices. When we are connected with the internet at the same device, you are providing with a different IP address in the same device and available range. That means dynamic IP address is providing multiple addresses. Which address we have to communicate, we can click on that particular IP address and we can communicate with that particular path. But in static IP address, there is no such type of options. So coming to the public IP address means this IP address can be accessed by any persons. Like the within the public IP address only, they will divide into dynamic and static. That means these two methods can be accessed by any persons. And private IP address. Private IP address means there is some specific authorization we have to require to accessing the particular address. So they will providing a username and password. So when the username and password is matched, then only we can able to open the particular address of particular server. That means there is no any changes in the address of particular device. So no changes is happened, no unauthorized persons can be accessed that particular address. The persons who having the authority which is provided by the server as well as the client related IP address. So next one is the shared IP address. So multiple persons, multiple devices, multiple servers are there. So when they are accessing in the internet, they faced in a traffic. So that means we have hug amount of very much hug amount of data to controllable or not controllable. So when it is busy, we are not able to open that particular server page. So it is a controllable device address. That means it is costly friendly. Actually it is in a very costly when we are sending a particular email or to the particular server. We need to buy the particular server related storage. That means whenever our mail id storage is completed, we have to buy the additional GB from the Gmail also. Like that type of addresses is called as shared IP addresses. And dedicated IP addresses. Dedicated IP address is an address used by the a particular company. That means only one company like Amazon, Flipkart, Snapcook, like that. We are providing a particular company related IP addresses which is comes under dedicated IP address. So like that, what are the main concept is there in the IP addresses? We have to explain everything in a point wisely. Actually, I am providing full notes of IP address. You have to read these notes. I am sending these notes to you. So based on that, we have to read and maintain the lab work. And second one is the computer ports. So computer ports is a virtual point where computer connected, that is ending point and starting point. Port means connection which we are connecting starting and ending port. So software, it is the ports are software based, managed by the computer operating system. Actually it is a software based, it is a hardware component, even though it is worked by the software. So the ports are different types are available. That means we have number of types of ports are there which is used to communication in the computer networking, or we are transferring data to meaningful information to the other devices. So it is a process of inputting as well as getting set of instructions provided by the user and gives a desired output. That means based on the input, based on the instructions, they will process and they will provide a meaningful output. So it is in a single task or multiple task, whatever it may be, it will complete all the task which is given by the user. So each and every port can maintain a particular IP related and instruction related algorithms. That means each and every command will be accepting from the physical devices, and this physical device will accept the user inputs and processing the data, and what are the needed information of the particular destination port, it will send to the destination port. By using the cables or without cable also it will be work. That means the ports are classified into connection oriented or connectionless also. Most of the ports are working connection oriented only, and it is act as an interface to the motherboard and computer device. The ports are mainly acted as a interface between motherboard and what are the external devices we are connected to the computer. So ports are act as a interface or mediator. So these are the different types of ports are available. First one is the serial port, parallel port, USB port, PS2 port, VGP port, modem port, firewire port, sockets, infrared port, game port, digital video interface, Ethernet port. Like that we have number of ports. The purpose is act as a intermediate between motherboard and user. That means what are the users are getting instruction or providing instruction to the port, it will accepted by the port and it will give the instruction to the motherboard and it will be processed and give the result. What are the required result is processed by the processor and it will send to the output devices. So this is the main task of port, and these are the types of ports available in our computer network. You have to read all these ports and you have to maintain a particular lab record. That means you don't want to write all these concepts, all these notes. You have to make a points. So if you write all these points now, the lab record will be very large. So make it out and complete your task. This is the first program, and the IP address and port address difference is also I am providing. So you have to focus on this one first, difference between IP and port address. Okay. So okay students, next explanation, that means next second question is explanation of settings in networking connection. I will explain in the next session. Okay. Thank you for watching.